Let's go. This is going to be fun. Had a big dinner. I feel like I'm carrying 50 pounds on my stomach. Lots of water. I think a pound of beef. So I'm trying to drudge along here with some poundage. Oh, I'm bloated as fuck. Very bloated. I'm gonna do running and walking because my left knee hurts like a bitch. My left knee, I don't know what happened. It's real painful. I don't know if the camera turned around and went crazy, but just a little light run. I want to keep lifting heavy weights because I'm getting too big. I want to slow down. You know, not too heavy. It's not good. I'm not a professional lifter, so I don't want to sacrifice my health. So I'll do some lifting, but not too heavy. You know, some light lifting. It'll be heavy, but I should say not continuous heavy. I gotta watch. You know, I don't want to get too heavy, too big. I lost 40 pounds. My skin is sagging, but most of it is water. Can anybody hear me now? I muted it because it was music, but now, well, now I'm going back to the music. With Pro Life Traveler, what he's done, I mean, it's not a good thing. He has all of these videos with young kids. He's talking to them. He's playing around with them, touching them. And now the police, went to his house. Somebody reported him that, he was doing some abuse with kids, and they got a warrant to check his computers, his videos, and all that. He's not arrested yet that I know of, but that's all they're doing right now. They accused him, of doing a few things, and I feel bad for him. He's a good man. He's a good person, but his channel, he takes advantage of the young kids, of the young girls. He goes to these poor places. They're hungry. They need money. He gives them money. They do things. We all know that he probably does a lot of things off the camera. Like I know he does. With young girls underage or whatever. He's doing shit. But again, you know, there's no proof, but I know that he's doing that. He does a video, gets them excited. He's a star, right? They see that, and when he shuts the camera down, they're gonna do shit. He has money, he has a new car, new truck, motorcycle. They think he's a movie star. These people are hungry in the province. They sleep on the floor, on top of dirty water. They don't eat every day properly. They see a guy with a cat in a new car flashing money out. They're gonna do shit. They're hungry. And he takes advantage of that. Hi. Hi, Sharam. Just, hello. Marilyn is here. Just dropping by. Okay, thumbs. Yeah, I'm talking about Pro Life Traveler. He's like a big channel that he's from Estonia, from Europe somewhere. He's not American. He's from Europe. And he got caught a few days ago. The police went to his house because his videos is all about young province girls under age 18. They're drinking. The older ones are drinking. The kids, he gives them money. Supposedly he's touching them. That's just wrong. A grown man, go to a poor place. They have no money. You go in there acting rich, acting like a star, you know. So now he's in trouble, and he's a big channel. I've been watching him when he first started, when he was sleeping on the floor with roaches and rats. And then he moved down. Then he got a flood in the apartment. Then he moved out of that one. And now he's in a nice place with brand new beds and furniture. These people sleep on the floor on dirt, and you go there, then you question them why you don't have shoes, because they don't have money for shoes. Why you don't have this, because they don't have money. They go in. He goes in there pretending that he's rich and all that. From YouTube, and he just mistreats. I mean, right now he's being questioned because young people said that he was touching them and using them for content. Is he doing that? 100%. I've been watching him now for like a year, and he went from, being poor. From now, YouTube gives him views, and he has YouTube money. He's buying a car, he's buying motorcycles in cash. So whatever he's doing right now, people would watch him, and YouTube pays him. When he first started, he would beg for shoes. He said, "Oh, my shoes broke," and then somebody sends him 200 PayPal, and he says, "Thank you for that. Thank you for sending me to." And then my wife needs a dress, so people will send her money for a dress. "Oh, I need to pay for my, batteries for my camera." Boom, they send him another 300, and that's how he started e-begging, and he grew his channel real slow, from doing that, to doing real content of not e-begging because the views was paying him. But when he first started, all he did was e-beg. I need to pay the rent. Okay, thanks. He'll get money to pay the rent. I need money to buy a new refrigerator. Boom, money for a new refrigerator. The Americans are very nice. So He did that for a lot. Every time he needed something, he didn't even have money for a motorcycle. I think he was renting it or whatever. So now he buys one, he's buying stuff. And now he just does videos. Doesn't even e-beg. He's eating good every day. But he's using people from the prominence, from the poor people, the young girls especially, the underage. He talks to them. In all honesty, it's just terrible the way he's going about his channel. So now they got a warrant, the Filipino police, from a barangay, whatever, they got like warrants to get his computers because he's not, he's in trouble right now. They got to find out if he recorded kids. They got to find out what he's recording because he could record sex acts and not put it on YouTube. So they want to find out. Hopefully he didn't do that. I don't think he's that stupid. He'll probably, even if he does that, he's not going to record it. Is he doing that? I think he is. I think he's fucking with these underage girls, 15, 12, 13. I think he's doing that. Can I prove it? No, but that's what I think. The way he talks to them, the way it looks like they already know him. He pretends he just pulled up, he met them, but he gets there hours early. He does what he has to do, and then he puts them to be like a star. He does whatever the fuck. He fucks them. Let's say he fucks them, right? He does what he has to do. He's not recorded. And then afterwards, as promised, they think they're stars. Hey, say hi to the camera. Hey, he has this thick European accent. Hello, my friend. Say hi to the camera. And now they're there after he fucks them and does whatever the fuck he wants. And they think they're stars for like 1 hour, one day. After he's gone, nobody's going to remember them, including himself. And that's what's going on with his channel now. He has this he's in trouble now because they think that he's probably doing bad in there, like, and he probably is. I think he's messing with these young girls. I know he is. So that's what's going on with Pro Life Traveler. I think his name is Sim Abuyu. He's from Estonia. I think to be honest, is it wrong if he does that? Yeah, that's wrong. That's terrible for what he's doing to these, young girls. He's using them to get views. And he makes a lot of money off these young girls, and he doesn't pay them shit. Like, sometimes people, if you come to the camera and get interviewed, you pay them, like, a little bit of money. But it seems like he might pay one person, maybe one female, that could get other girls. Kind of like what Epstein was doing. He probably pays one girl that could be like the leader, and then she'll set up the parties or whatever, and he pays her money, and then probably somebody gets a few dollars. I mean, I don't know how these people work, how they think when they're poor like that. You can't, kids are not going to come up to you 12, 13, 14 and fuck you. I mean, they're kids, right? They don't think like us, unless if it's different. But 90%, their parents, their friends, their sisters are the ones that's going to bring in the kids to fuck, to have a good time, or whatever it is you want to do. Little kids are not going to come up to you, and that's what he's doing right now. He gets these 18-year-olds that has sisters that's little, there's like little kids everywhere running around. He goes up to them, then he pretends that he wants to give them money. Then after he stays, he's going to look for the big brother, the big sister that comes along, and then they're the one that arrange everything. That's why you see him hanging with these people on a consistent basis around kids. And that's why he's in trouble now. The kids, their parents reported him. Thanks for coming over, everybody. All right, 2 million people. It's a shame that YouTubers are doing that now. They they're taking advantage of other people. But it's not good when you're doing it with poor people and underage. That's terrible, because they're desperate. They're gonna do more. A lot of these people go to the Philippines. I understand that these Filipinas need money, and they, some of these guys are not handsome. They're fat, out of shape. They don't work out. They're terrible, and their bodies. and the Filipinos kind of need their security for money, and they got to put up with that. Maybe some of them do love him, but most of them are not in that situation with nicer looking guys. They're overweight. Don't give a fuck about their. They think that the Filipina, and many of these Filipinas are beautiful and young and it's a shame they got to give up their beauty to be in a better financial situation. And I'm not mad at that. I mean, I want them to at least have money when they get older and all that from their husband and all that. When they get married. But the point is, when you take advantage of kids and poor people, and then go away, and then just for money and for views, for you to get more money, I don't think that's proper. And that's what pro-life traveler was doing. His name is Sim. Now he's in big trouble. They got his computers. They're gonna look back on everything, even that what's deleted. They're gonna look at everything that's deleted, and hopefully he's not in trouble. Most of the time, he has a lot of money. He'll probably call the head guy, the captain, and probably send him a whole bunch of money, and things goes away. Right now, we can't see what's in the computer, so they could see it and they could erase it and say, well, he didn't do nothing wrong. He just paid this guy like $50,000. With 50,000 US dollars, you can retire in the Philippines. And I'm pretty sure a captain or a chief or anybody that's in charge of this shit, might take the payoffs. I hope they don't. I really hope they don't, but they might. And if that happens, we'll never know the truth. Hopefully he'll stop doing it. And his wife, I forgot her name, Jolina, with the new baby. You could hear the baby in the background when the cops were there. And, she doesn't care. She's poor from the neighborhood. She's eating steak every day. She's eating fish, shrimp, steak, lobster every day. He brings it in at the end of the day after he's doing his parties. And she just smiles, always laughing. I mean, it's a shame he's taking advantage of her because she doesn't say, hey, you better stop this shit. You see she sees him every day swimming with young girls and swimming pools and lakes, and she doesn't say nothing. What if she was doing that? You think that he would be mad? He'd be pissed off. But, YouTube pays him a lot of money. So obviously he pays his wife, takes her out, eats, buy her food, buy her a beautiful car or, beautiful house and all that. And she's just happy with that. I get that. But at the same time, what he's doing is terrible. He's using kids and poor people to make money off of YouTube. And that, like I said, is that a crime? I think to some level it is, which is why they're involved. You just can't use kids and poor people. And, that's taking advantage. Right, Alex? I mean, who's here? Oh, Evelyn. Hey, what's up? Just here. Okay, you're just here. You can say something. Am I talking too fast for you, Evelyn? Am I talking too fast? I'm talking about pro-life traveler. Just Google this shit. You can see the trouble that he's in. Pro-life traveler. He pretty much fucked up. What's up? Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about pro-life traveler. Everybody, I mean, I could do a video on him and put, research on this. Why? Everybody's covering him. I think regular guy also is in that level. He's always looking at the young. He calls them brudinis or jubinis or what. He uses like words for them, and you have to be careful. Some of these girls are 15. They say they're 18. They're not. Now you're in trouble. He likes the young girls. This guy's like 50 years old. And here in the States, he'd probably be kind of in trouble just looking at teenagers and 20-year-olds. But, I think he's Canadian. But he's there. Some of these girls are poor, broke, hungry. Yeah, they're going to look at him like he's a rock star. He has a camera. He's talking to the camera. And he's always looking at them. You know what I mean? If I go there to the Philippines, I would never do that. I'll treat everybody the same. And if you're poor, you're poor. It's not. I'm not going to use that to my advantage. I'm not going to pretend you love me because I'm cute. I know that you love me because of the money. You know, maybe I'm cute, right? I don't think I'm that ugly. But what I'm saying is, I'm bloated now though. I've been bloated for the last week. Um, I'm doing sea salt. I think I'm gonna stop doing sea salt. But the thing is, you know, I know if I go to the Philippines and a lot of girls look at me, it's not. Most of it is because they want security, and most of it could be because I'm cute. Obviously, they want to have both. So I'm not that ignorant. I'm not gonna. I love you, Alex. Without money, okay, sure, sure you do. See, but that's the point, though. For me, I'm not ever gonna do that. If I go there, I respect the fact that the people might be poor, might be rich, but I'm not gonna use that to my advantage and pretend that they like me because I'm cute. If I see a whole bunch of girls liking me, you know, the main factor could be money. They want me to take them to the hotel and have a party. That's fine. I don't mind doing that, but it's not because I'm cute. For me to do that, they're gonna expect money. Even here in the States to do that shit. They want you to have money to go to a party. It's not like you can just show up, and just expect to have fun. Yeah, maybe sometimes you can. When you come, I hope we can meet. Oh, nieces and sisters. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Sharam, I talked to your sister, but I don't know what's wrong with her. I mean, I think that's your niece, right? Sharam, I forgot, is that your niece, Maya? But she has other, you know, um, yeah, and like I said, I mean, I know your baby, Maya, yeah. I know your baby's there growing up, and I forgot what happened to the father. Was he like a construction worker? Did he disappear? And I mean, things happen. For me, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this channel yet. Like, I want to do a workout channel, but I don't plan. I don't plan like to be, driving all this time, like driving the truck because I really want to work out, be more active. Probably do some trips around the world, and also open up a business. So it's just harder every year here because things happen with the government here to make it harder to open up a business. But I'm still trying. I'm still want to do that, and then I don't know. I might buy land in the Philippines. To be honest, like for me, if I meet somebody that I trust, I'll buy some land. And then damn, blow it. Is that water? I might be interested in getting some land, getting like a place to have here and there, and fly out every 6 months, every 7 months. And if I meet somebody, I'll try to get them if I meet somebody, I want to get them like a visa, to make it easier. We could both come here, and run my business here. Or who knows? I go open up a sari there, a big one, a big store, get some property, sell it, rent it. Damn, I am so fucking bloated. Sea salt. So those are my goals right now. Get a place down there, get like a little piece of land, a hectare is it? Maybe 2 or 3. Work out channel is nice though. Yeah, but everybody does it. I see workout channels, like Double Trouble, Ellie, just to name a few, and they don't even get like a lot of people watching. They just rather watch their other stuff, like workout. The old days was great, but now working out is not the same. You know what I mean? Like working out, nobody likes to watch that. I just work out because I want to show people that I don't edit the stuff. It's just me working out. But a lot of people, don't want to watch that kind of stuff. If they don't want to watch a hot girl, why do watching me? And again, like maybe if I talk more, I'll probably start buying a mic. Keep forgetting to buy a microphone. But if I get a microphone, this is not a microphone. It's crappy and it's bulky, sticking up. This is like for trucking. But if I get like a small microphone, put it right here, I'll probably like talk a little bit more to break up the boredom. Just me not talking. But those are my goals right now. Nice, Mike. Sharam, thank you. Shows a microphone. I just finished 3 miles. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, okay?